Jesus, speaking in Luke's gospel that we will hear at Mass this coming Sunday, says, "Stop judging and you will not be judged." Today, being seen as judgmental is often one of the worst offenses a person can commit. It is an offense because many people accept some form of relativism. Relativism is the view that there is no absolute. What is true or false, what is valuable, is determined by society, by the individual person. Nothing is true or false in its own. It's all relative to the historical period, to the cultural norms, or to personal beliefs. Often we hear this acceptance of relativism expressed when people speak of their personal truth. Many times today we hear, "Speak your truth." The idea is that you have your truth, I have my truth. We all have our individual truths. Now, relativism is counter to the traditional or orthodox, or the small o, Christian view that there is an objective moral truth. Certain things are right or wrong in themselves, and we can discern this difference through human reason. There is no individual truth. There is no my truth, there is no your truth, there's only the truth, which we then can conform our lives to. Now, doing so requires that we make an assessment of the rightness or wrongness of an action or of its morality. Now, if you accept relativism, to do this is then to be condemned as offensive, because you have made a judgment that one truth or value is superior to another. In making such a condemnation, people, even those who do not see themselves as religious, may often quote Jesus' words of, "Stop judging and you will not be judged." But is this what Jesus really means by these words? Now remember, last Sunday we heard at Mass the Beatitudes. They're full of judgments. Stern warnings to the complacent, wealthy, and popular, and blessings upon the poor and hungry. In our daily lives, we make judgments all the time. We can and should make judgments on behavior and ideas. Some are good and others are bad in and of themselves. For example, honesty is judged as being good or a virtue. It's good to know who we can trust. Dishonesty is judged as bad or a vice. We need to know who we cannot trust. So allow me to suggest that what Jesus is talking about is not making an assessment of right or wrong of actions and ideas. Rather, it is the "stop judging and you will not be judged" is addressed to those who would pass judgment on the salvation or damnation of others. Only God can do this. This is the real meaning of being judgmental. This is why judging others is linked by Jesus to the love of enemies. As disciples, human love is to match divine love. That is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. We are to be merciful just as God is merciful. For those who would assume the role of God in judging the salvation of others, Jesus gives another stern warning. By condemning others, you may end up condemning yourself. In contrast, he says that those who forgive and show mercy will themselves be shown mercy and be forgiven. As Jesus puts it, this is the measure that in return will be measured out to us. Do not let the judgment of those who wish to play God keep you from loving God and worshiping God, especially in the offering of the Sunday Mass. Come and experience forgiveness and mercy. I look forward to seeing you and your family this weekend at St. Benedict's. God bless you.